I want to talk about another proud moment in your songwriting career, and that is Miss Emily's Picture, which was a huge hit for John Conley in 1981. You wrote that song by yourself, and
Yes.
And how did that? What's the story behind that one?
Well, I got the idea, and I worked every day for 6 weeks on that song to try to make sure that it was right and it laid solid and everything, and it lucked out and did. That one of the things that happened on that was whenever they cut it, they told me, they said, "Man, this is the #1 smash. It's just going to be genuine, jumping up and down smash." And I said, "Well, if there's anything I can do to help, write to disc jockeys or anything, I'll be glad to." He said, "No, we willed it." He got to #2 and stopped like a stone wall. And people were jumping over us and everything. And finally it started easing back. And to this day, I'll never understand why it wasn't a #1 record. And it stayed up there at #2 for about 5 weeks. And we kept thinking, well, it's going to slide in here in a minute. But it wasn't. It got a lot of airplay, though. Made a little money off of it.
And I believe you said someone who's with us today, Terry Choates, is the one that pitched it to John Conley, right?
Terry Choates.
Yeah. Terry, where are you at?
Standing right there.
Terry's in the front row. He just told us back in the green room, he said that song was an easy pitch, meaning it was a great song. He didn't have much work to do to convince John Conley to record that one. So, well, would you perform that song for us, Miss Emily's Picture?
Yeah.
This song's just so tightly written. It's just so...
Here we go again. Wake up in the morning in a state of fright, on the wrong side of the bed all night, clinging to the broken heart inside my head. I open my eyes and move my hand from round her pillow to the nightstand and straighten Miss Emily's picture by my bed. Go to the office, the work's piled up. Pour 3 fingers bourbon in my coffee cup and cry on my best friend's shoulder down the hall. I get so lonely when I close the door. I wrap up and walk the floor, straighten Miss Emily's picture on my wall. Look out my window and what do I see? Nothing but pain looking back at me, and all that my future means to me is tossing yesterday's love out into the wind. Straighten Miss Emily's picture now and then. And I wake up in the morning in a state of fright.
Red, while you have your guitar in hand, would you mind performing another one of your monster hits? And I'm talking about New Looks from an Old Lover.
Hey. That was, I started thinking that I was an old blues singer because everything I had in it was waking up in the morning. You know? Y'all heard that story about what was on the tombstone of the old blues singer that passed away? I did not wake up this morning. Woke up this morning and opened my eyes and caught you watching me sleep. I'm getting new looks from an old lover again. I want you and need you and love you forever. It's written all over your face. I'm getting new looks from an old lover again. I ain't doing that damn chorus. It's too high.
Yeah, that one did reach #1 for B.J. Thomas in 1983. Is there a story about how that one came together?
Actually, his wife and I and a friend of ours said, they called me up and said, hey, come over and see if you can help us with this. And went over and we lucked out.
Yeah.
Got one.
Good, and I believe B.J., when he was in the studio, he was learning the song from your scratch vocal, from your demo version of it. Yeah.
They were Pete Drake was doing the track, and of course B.J. didn't know it well enough yet and this was the first time, I guess, it had ever happened that somebody had to sing a vocal on a B.J. Thomas track in order for him to learn it. And it just, boy, it really moved. He was running around pulling his hair out. And he almost didn't want to do the song at that time. But, and a little blurb after is that whenever he cut it, he went down to the opera. And at that time, he wasn't thinking about releasing it. And Conway walked up to him and said, hey, I went by Pete's office today. And he said, if you're not going to release that song, I want it. That is a genuine #1 country smash. And so he went back and thought about it. And then he decided maybe you better release it.
All right, Conway.
And there was I got 2 BMI awards off of that. In New York, with the pop people, they gave me a BMI award for Hollis R. DeLauder. And the country people gave it to me for Red Lane, so I've got matching.
That's great.
It's really funny looking at it.